So it appears a feared trade war between the U.S. and Colombia has been averted for now. The White House says it's holding off from imposing a series of tariffs and other measures against Colombia after the country agreed late last night to once again accept U.S. flights carrying deported migrants. Earlier Sunday, President Trump threatened to impose 25% tariffs on goods from the country after it refused to accept those flights. Meantime, federal agencies dramatically ramped up immigration operations this weekend, with nearly 1,000 arrests nationwide on Sunday. On Face the Nation, Vice President Vance defended the Trump administration policies, allowing ICE agents to raid houses of worship and schools.
I support us doing law enforcement against violent criminals, whether they're illegal immigrants or anybody else, in a way that keeps us safe.
And Trump fired more than a dozen inspectors general late Friday night, including some he appointed during his first term. Inspectors general are independent employees who are tasked with identifying fraud, waste and abuse in the federal government. And take a look at this. Saturday, the president made a surprise appearance at a Las Vegas casino. This after a scheduled address where he promoted his plan to end taxes on tips.
So if you're a restaurant worker, a server, a valet, a bellhop, a bartender, or one of my caddies, I go through caddies like candy. If I play badly, I always blame my caddy. Or any other worker who relies on tipped income, your tips will be 100% yours.
This morning, we have team coverage on all of this for you with Aaron Navarro and Natalie Brand following the Trump administration for us. Aaron, let's begin with you, our CBS News reporter in our D.C. bureau. And let's start with Colombia. Flights like this happen all the time. So why did the nation refuse to accept them, and how did Trump respond?
Aaron, good to be with you. What we saw was Colombia President Gustavo Petro criticized that the migrants were coming in via military planes. He criticized the conditions and said that those migrants were not being treated with dignity and respect. And he said he was open to those on non-military flights, said he would offer his presidential plane. But as we saw last night, he eventually agreed and said that he would, quote, guarantee dignified conditions for those on board. Now, military planes being used to transport these migrants is relatively new, in part because Trump's administration is increasing the role of the Defense Department when it comes to immigration and his plans for mass deportation.
Now, we also saw over the weekend a major crackdown by immigration authorities. Where specifically did we see that, and what happened?
Yeah, just yesterday, we saw about 1,000 arrests by ICE. And just for context, in 2024, under the last year of the Biden administration, there was a daily average of about 312 arrests. So definitely an increase there. They targeted those with warrants. We also saw the DEA, ATF, and FBI assist as the Trump administration is looking to get more to help Border Patrol and ICE agents. And we saw it happen in Chicago, Denver, Houston, Miami, and San Antonio, right in that border state of Texas.
And we've also learned, Aaron, that the Trump administration is working on an immigration deal with El Salvador. What can you tell us about that development?
Yeah, they are developing an asylum agreement with El Salvador's government that would allow the U.S. to deport migrants there that may not even be from El Salvador. It's an arrangement known as the, quote, Safe Third Country Agreement, which would empower U.S. immigration officials to deport some migrants to El Salvador, blocking them from requesting asylum in the U.S. instead.
All right, giving us all the updates on the immigration front, Aaron Navarro, thank you.